Pakistan was created in 1947 amid dangerous riots, death and mayhem all over the Indian subcontinent. Qadian was located in district Gurdaspur that was made to become part of India. Second Caliph of Community worked diligently to plan the safe emigration of members from Qadian to Pakistan. If you're new, then please subscribe our channel, like and share on your websites. Please press the bell icon below for latest videos. Millions of Muslim men, women, and children were robbed and massacred during the mass exodus. However, a good majority of the Ahmadiyya community reached Pakistan in a safe and organized manner under the farsighted leadership of their second caliph. He also succeeded in keeping a sufficient number of 313 Ahmadis in Qadian to watch over the holy sites. In Qadian, the weekly newspaper Badr is published, Jalsa Salana is held once a year, and the head offices of Ahmadiyya are also located there, and are still working for all over India. Second Caliph of Ahmadiyya Community established the fabulous town of Rabwah soon after the creation of Islamic Republic of Pakistan. It was not very long before he managed to lease a parcel of land from the government. On September 20, 1948, the foundation stone was laid for the new town of Rabwah, the future world headquarters of the movement. This was indeed one of his remarkable achievements. He moved from Lahore to his permanent residence in Rabwah on September 19, 1949. Under the dynamic leadership of Caliph, most of the institutions of the movement were re-established in Rabwah in a relatively short period of time. A large number of Ahmadis had arrived in Pakistan after losing their relatives, valuables, properties, and jobs in the appalling catastrophe of 1947. They were scattered all over the newly born state. Millions of Muslims emigrated from India. They also had their community-based organizations, however none could establish a flourishing town like this one. The establishment of Rabwah once again knitted together all the members of the community living in far-off places of the country. Rabwah, officially known as Chenab Nagar, on November 17, 1998, the Punjab Assembly proposed that the name of Rabwah be changed. On December 12 of the same year, the Punjab government, by an administrative decision, renamed the city Nawar Qadian, New Qadian. Then on February 14, 1999, the name was again changed to Chenab Nagar by an administrative decision. The local population or administration was not consulted for the name change. Rabwah is a city in Chiniot, Punjab, Pakistan on the bank of Chenab River. It was the headquarters of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community between September 20, 1948, when the community relocated from Qadian, India to the newly created state of Pakistan, where the community leased the area of present-day Rabwah from the government to establish its home. This continued until 1984 and the establishment of Ordinance XX. In 1984 the headquarters were moved to the United Kingdom with Mirza Tahir Ahmed, fourth Caliph of Ahmadiyya movement, first to London and then in 2019 to the Islamabad compound in Tilford, Surrey.
Nowadays the fifth caliph of the community, Mirza Masroor Ahmad, is residing in Tilford, Surrey, moved there from London Mosque, Gresson Hall Road near Wimbledon. From a historical perspective, Rabwah is from where Muhammad bin Qasim, after conquering Sindh and Multan, crossed the Chenab River and moved towards Kashmir. Here the Arabs fought against the Hindu Raja of Chandrod, which is probably the ancient name of Chiniot. More than 100 Arab soldiers lost their lives in the battle with mighty Hindu king, and a graveyard of martyrs exists to this day in Chiniot. Before the establishment of Rabwah, the area was barren and was known as Galiyan. The land was leased by the Ahmadiyya Muslim community following the migration of most of its members from Qadian and other parts of Indian Punjab, to newly created Pakistan. In June 1948, 1,034 acres of land were leased from the government for 12,000 Pakistani rupees. The town was named Rabwah by then Caliph of the Ahmadiyya Muslim community. Rabwah is an Arabic word meaning an elevated place. The formal inauguration of the settlement took place on the 20th of September 1948 after prayers and a sacrifice of 5 goats at the corners and center of the area. The place where Second Caliph led first ever prayers became the first ever mosque of Rabwah, the Yadgar Memorial Mosque. The first settlements were in camps which were later replaced by buildings constructed of mud. The first ever building constructed using concrete was the Mahmud Mosque. Electricity was provisioned to the city in 1954. Second Caliph relocated to Rabwah on 19 September 1949. By that time the population had reached 1,000. The first ever Jalsa Salana in Rabwah took place from 15 to 17 April 1949, attended by 17,000 people. The Punjab Assembly passed a resolution on 17 November 1998 changing the name of Rabwah to Nawan Qadian, but on 14 February 1999, a new directive was issued, renaming Nawan Qadian to Chenab Nagar. The other names considered were Qadian, Mustafa'abad, and Siddiqabad. The city has a population of 70,000, of which 97% belong to the Ahmadiyya community. The rest 3% includes Christians. There are 2 Christian settlements in Rabwah. A Christian community in Rabwah is located in the middle of Rabwah, along the railway line behind the capital. He has a church here and is a Catholic. The Ahmadi people of Rabwah take great care of them and all their needs are met in a very good way. The other Christian population is right next to the main market in Rabwah. As soon as they enter Rabwah, they are settled to the left of the railway gate. This is a very large population. They have their own church and a pastor has been appointed there. And second population is of Sunni Muslims. The Sunni Muslim population settled in Rabwah in 1947 when Ahmadis were declared non-Muslims. They settled on Ahmadi lands on the banks of the Chenab River in Rabwah. It was owned by the Ahmadi people but was occupied by the Sunni Muslim population along with the then government, and now has a huge mosque and 2 institutions of religious education for boys and girls. In addition, a large park has been built there. As the city has seen many migrations of Ahmadis fleeing persecution, it has a very diverse ethnic mixture. Most of the populace speaks Urdu and Punjabi, while most of the students are also fluent in English. Please subscribe and share our channel on your website and press the bell icon for latest video. Thanks.
As the city is the only Ahmadi majority city in Pakistan, its residents face legal discrimination due to Ordinance 20. Ordinance 20 is a legal ordinance of the government of Pakistan that was promulgated under the regime of General Muhammad Zia-ul-Haq on 26 April 1984 and is meant to prohibit the practice of Islam and the usage of Islamic terms and titles for the Ahmadiyya community. The ordinance bars Ahmadi, who are deemed non-Muslims under the Pakistani constitution, from publicly practicing the Islamic faith and also disallows them from using any Islamic texts for praying purposes. It is in addition to, but separate from, the 1974 Second Amendment to the Constitution of Pakistan. While the Second Amendment declared that Ahmadis are non-Muslims, the ordinance prohibits Ahmadis from identifying themselves as Muslims. The ordinance also debars Ahmadis from the use of any honorific titles and modes of address deemed specific to the Islamic community, such as the greeting, Assalamu alaikum, peace be upon you, reciting the 6 kalimas or the Shahada, declaring belief in the oneness of God and the prophethood of Muhammad, etc., from building mosques and calling the Adhan, call to prayer, from undertaking Muslim modes of worship, from worshipping in non-Ahmadi mosques or public prayer rooms, and from making any citations from the Quran and Muhammad's Hadith. Punishment for anyone convicted of doing any of the above is imprisonment of up to 3 years and a fine. Ahmadis, who self-identify as Muslims and observe Islamic practices, claim that the ordinance criminalizes their everyday life. Expressing the kalima, Muslim creed, and greeting with peace in the Muslim way is a criminal offense for Ahmadis in Pakistan. Unable to perform his duties as the leader of the community without violating the ordinance, Mirza Tahir Ahmad, the 4th Ahmadiyya Caliph, was compelled to leave Pakistan and migrate following its promulgation. He left with his immediate family and 17 other Ahmadis for London on 29 April 1984, eventually moving the headquarters of the community to London during his years of exile. They have been denied the right to hold peaceful religious gatherings since 1983. In 1989, a report was registered by Punjab police against the whole of the population of the city for the crime that they were displaying Quranic texts on their graves and buildings. Rabwah covers an area of about 24 kilometers square. It is located in the temperate region of central Punjab, approximately halfway between Faisalabad and Sargodha. The river Chenab surrounds the city on its eastern and southern sides. The area is higher than the surrounding plains due to the dry hills which dot the landscape, providing a natural barrier against floods. These hills are part of the Karana Hills, also known locally as the Black Mountains, which reach from Sargodha to Jang. The Karana Hills is a small and extensive rocky mountain range located in Sargodha, Pakistan. It is also a place of tourist attraction in Sargodha city. Locally known as Black Mountains, due to its brownish landscape, its highest peak is about 980 feet. Rabwah is known for its extreme weather conditions. Its maximum temperature reaches to 50 degrees Celsius in the summer, while the minimum temperature recorded is as low as freezing point in the winter. Due to its rocky landscape and minerals, a volcanic and geophysical survey was conducted by the Geological Survey of Pakistan. Its environs are heavily infested with wild boars. The area, which used to be arid and barren, has been transformed through more than 50 years of aggressive plantation into a lush green city. According to the Köppen climate classification, Rabwah experiences an arid climate. As it is located in the temperate area of northwestern subcontinent, it shares the weather of the subcontinent. Rabwah has hot summers and cold winters. The summer season is from April to October, where May and June is the hottest months of the year, in which temperatures regularly reach 40 degrees Celsius plus. The location in the center of the dry plains is responsible for dust storms in the summer. Summer also brings the Indian monsoon, which increases the precipitation in the month of July and August to above 80 mm. The winter season is from November to February, where January is the coldest month, in which temperatures may fall to the freezing point. The winters also bring fog, which can reduce the visibility to dangerously low levels.
The planned city was originally divided into almost 60 neighborhoods or mohallas. Darus Sadar, the main, central area. Darur Rahmat, the abode of Merkwai. Darul Future, the abode of triumphs. Darul Barakat, the abode of blessings. Darul Ulum, the abode of learning. Darun Narsa, the abode of divine help. Drish Shukar, the abode of gratitude. Darul Yuman, the abode of blessings. Babul Abwab, door of the doors. Later on, as the city expanded, these boroughs were split into subdivisions. Also many new neighborhoods were established, like Factory Area, Tahirabad, Nasirabad, Rahman Colony, Muslim Colony, Bayutulham. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon below.